We got some interesting names and some interesting prospects on this Oilers team, don't we? We got the offseason contracts. So goalie-wise, Brian Pitten's an RFA. We can let Brian Pitten go. Dude, they had what it would cost to qualify somebody on this. They had it. They just added it back this year. They had it in NHL 11. Brian Pitten can go. We will qualify Devin Dubnyk. But we will let go of Jeff Delorier because we want Dubnyk to be the guy. And then Hobby Bulin. How much would the buyout be? Look at this. Why don't we fucking have this anymore? 1.25 for 4 years, the Hobby Bulin buyout. I'm going to say no to that. I feel like we've gotten enough trade offers for him. We should be able to move him. But I am going to cut Jeff Delorier, even though he was good. I want to run with Devin Dubnyk. And I don't think we're going to sign Olivier Roy, we might. I don't know. Defensively, shout out to all techs for the $5 sign Cassian and trade him to Arizona. I will not be trading him, but I will sign him. Jim Vandermeer, not bad, but I want to see who else is out there in free agency. So we'll let go of Jim Vandermeer. Whitney is our most expensive defenseman. Oduya makes quite a bit. Be 1.3 for 2 years. We might as well keep him. We have freaking 24 million in cap space already. Jason Strudwick. We can let go of Strudwick as well. We'll qualify Laddie Schmid. We'll qualify Theo Peckham. Taylor Chorney. Richard Petio can go. So yeah, we will have options. And we don't have to sign these dudes right now, which is fine. Technically we could, but we don't have to. On the right, Zach Stortini is a tremendous tough guy. Again, you look at his grades, you're like, how the hell is he an 81? And again, it's because he's a tough guy. What do tough guys need to be good at? That's what he's good at. So he's an 81. It makes all the sense in the fucking world. Why doesn't it work like this anymore? Connor McDavid wouldn't need Patrice Bergeron's defensive rating. Fuck. Anyway, I mean, Stortini is a very good tough guy. I'm not against keeping him for the sake of the fourth line. Fernando Pisani. I mean, Fernando Pisani for the third line isn't bad. Nor is Ryan Jones, but we're technically playing Jordan Eberle on the right. So it'd be Hemsky, Eberle. I want to see who else is out there. So sorry to Fernando. I'm sorry to Ryan Jones. Colin McDonald can also go, as can Steve McIntyre. So we'll just be clearing out that right side there. On the left, Taylor Hall. Oh my God. What did he go up by? Like 8? Do I have progress reports anywhere? Oh, it's not going to show it right now. Dude, 75. So he went up by 7. Okay. I wasn't quite sure what he was last year. That is crazy. That was tremendous development. I mean, we played him in a situation where he had the ability to develop, too. So that's not too bad at all. Jean-Francois Jacques, again, not bad for the fourth line, but we'll let you go for now. Even though we could qualify you, we're going to let you go for now. I want to see who's on the free agent list. There's also Matt Marquardt. You can let go of him. Charles Linglet can go. Liam Redux, he can go as well. We got Brian Lerg and Vyacheslav Trukno. We'll see if we end up signing Magnus Pajärvi. Svensson. Then it's center. Sam Gagner definitely gets a qualifying offer. Gilbert Brule. Andrew Cogliano. Marc-Antoine Pouliot can go for now. He's not bad, but he can go. Brad Moran can also go. Ryan O'Mara, you can go for now as well. Jeff Paukovic, say goodbye to you. And for now, I think we're looking okay. I mean, obviously we have all the RFAs, but as long as this game programmed RFA status correctly, we're fine. And we might as well just wait to see what happens when we get to the free agent list. So, try to brute force development at a Landeskog. Ooh, that's not a bad idea, right? Huberdeau as well. That's not a bad idea. Let's head to free agency and see who's out there. Cassian was, he's an unsigned prospect, all text. I'll probably end up signing him in a minute. Try to brute force these prospects into development. That's not a bad idea. Just to see if it'll work. Who knows, man? It's NHL 11. I don't remember. All right. So free agency. Okay, there we go. So RFAs. RFAs that are at Steven Stamkos. Jesus. Jesus. Yeah, there are all of those UFAs as well. There are some names on the RFA list. Goodness. Goodness. Anything under 1.1 million does not require compensation. Okay. Anything under 1.1 million. So even like a Justin Abdelkader. Stamkos would be 3 first. He'd be worth it though, man. Steven Stamkos. Ben Bishop. We could send a deal to Ben Bishop without having to pay anything. If we sort by potential, Bernier, Pavelik, Satkoff, Enroth. Bishop only has a C. It'd be Enroth, honestly. 76 overall at 23 years old and a B-. It'd be Enroth who's worth throwing an offer out to. Defensively, Theo Peckham's already ours. Mahalik, and then it drops to like Matt Carl. Interesting. On the right, hey, Akeem Alou. Nobody amazing potential-wise, though. On the left, Jesse Joensuu. And then at center, you're looking at all the big names except for Corey Emerton and Nick Spaulding. Nick Spaulding wouldn't be that bad to throw an offer to either. Honestly, it was anything under 1.1. Just throw that deal to Nick Spaulding, have him be in the bottom 6. Whew, 8-year contracts to the max. Let's go 1 year for Spaulding. And we'll see if he takes that. I'm tempted by Stamkos. It depends on who else is in free agency. I also wanted to go probably back to goalie. Jesse Joensuu is actually not that bad either. Yeah, Spaulding is the one that I'm really interested in. And then goalie-wise, Jonas Enroth. Jonas, I'll offer you a freaking one-way deal, buddy. See if we can land Enroth or if they'll match it. For UFA goalies, Thomas Vokoun, Jimmy Howard, J.S. Jaguar, the top names. $5 million. I mean, Jimmy's not bad. Who do we got for prospects? Darcy Kemper. Darcy Kemper. All right, we are definitely offering Darcy a max ELC at 900K. Got to try to land Darcy Kemper. There's also Louis Domingue. Kari Ramo, but he's 25. Alex Stalock is 23. Scott Wedgwood. Anders Nilsson at 21. How many guys are there? Jesus. All right. So, go for Louis Domingue, who I loved. I mean, based off of rating, he'd be the smartest one. Louis Domingue is the wisest one based off of age and overall. I'm willing to sign Louis Domingue. I'm willing to go after Louis here as well. No other teams are interested. I think that brings us to enough goalies. Defensively, the biggest name. Wow. Zdeno Chara is a free agent. In terms of prospects, Reed McNeil. Actually a really freaking good prospect. I feel like we'd be dumb not to sign him just for the sole purpose of trading him. He's a B. So, let's see. Polsek, Sol, Burkhoff. Do we have anybody interesting? Sammy Vatanen. Can try to bring in Sammy Vatanen. Dalton Proud had an okay NHL career in Columbus. He was okay. Try to bring in Dalton Proud as well. Barron Smith, Ryan McInnes. David Rundblad, former Pirate. Tyson Barrie. Hello, Tyson Barrie. All right. Rundblad. Rundblad's the last half decent one to go for. Obviously, like, I want to see who's out there for the C's, but we do have to prioritize. On the right, top name, Langenbrunner, Hayduk, Pavel Demitra, Georges Larac. We look at potential. It's not looking too good. Carl Klingberg, Taylor Beck, Leafs legend. Phil Lane, former Portland Pirates. So nobody amazing on the right. On the left, Zach Parise is a free agent. Oh my God. Imagine we go for like Parise and Chara. Payarvi is... Oh wait, Payarvi's ours though. I mean, I didn't sign him, but I didn't have to. Well, I'll sign him now. That's weird. Hopefully all those dudes that were listed as unsigned don't end up being free agents. Hey, look, it's Leafs legend Brad Ross. Stanislav Galiev. I mean, Brad Ross actually would be decent. Signed DSP. We gotta go for Devontae Smith-Pelly. Like I said, some of these guys are decent, but like the B minuses that are actually not bad, like Brad Ross, it's like, let's go for DSP. More name value. Kyle Clifford. All the Leafs legends. Let's go for Kyle Clifford. And then at center, Jason Arnott. Okay, nobody too crazy. Alex Burmistrov. Straight B potential for Alex Burmistrov. Jeff Skinner. Well, we certainly got to try to send a deal to Jeff Skinner. Emerson Edom. Jimmy Bubnik. Ethan Warwick. Michael Chaput. Obviously, Callie Arncrook. I can pass up on Michael Chaput. I can't pass up on Callie Arncrook. Joey Heeshen. Landon Ferraro. There are definitely some good names. Jordan Wheel. But I do want to send offers as well, and I need to make sure I have enough roster spots for Zach Parise and Zdeno Chara. Goalie-wise, I mean, we could go for Jimmy Howard. But yeah, we need to... I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Signing Zach Parise to an 8-year deal, you know? What's the worst that could happen? So we're going to go $6 million for 8 years, which again, at the time was a pretty rich contract. The salary cap is $61 million right now. But we'll go 6 by 8 for Parise. And we'll go 1 year at $8.5 million for Zdeno Chara. Let's see if we can bring him to Edmonton. So let's see. We got a lot of offers out there right now. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? Darcy Kemper said yes. Louis Domingue said yes. Reed McNeil, Kyle Clifford, Sammy Vatanen, Calle Jarnkrok, and Devontae Smith-Pelly all said yes. Who else do we got? Come on. My rep has dropped. Why? So Enroth has said yes, but the team can match. Burmistrov is here. Jeff Skinner. Magnus Payarvi Svensson left. Even though he was my guy and it didn't say he was expiring, which is stupid. Nick Spaulding, we don't know yet. Tyson Barrie signed. Offer sheets drop rep. Do they? That's amazing. David Rundblad and Dalton Prout. Well, it kind of sucks that I lost Magnus Pajärvi, but whatever. I lost rep because I made offer sheets. That's insane. Yeah, it's gone back up. Let's go. Enroth will stay with Buffalo. Zdeno Chara has signed. Zach Parise went elsewhere, but we have signed Zdeno Chara. That's cool. Let's see. Where did Parise go? Colorado for Zach Parise. Stamkos went back. I want to double check the RFA list. Obviously, UFAs were the top targets. Eric Johnson, Claude Giroux. I'd prefer not to have to give up all the ridiculous amount of draft picks. So, and then UFA-wise, I honestly think we're okay. I don't know how many contract spots we have left on the team. Does it tell me in contracts? It does. So we got 10 roster spots, 10 players unsigned with $14 million of cap space. So our goalies right now, Hobby Bulin, Dubnik, Kemper Deming, and Tyler Buns. So technically another backup. If we're going to trade Hobby Bulin, trade Witt. I'm going to put him with Zdeno Chara and turn him into a Norris winner. Is what I'm going to do. All right, so 10 roster spots, but we have a lot of RFAs. We should start offering these dudes contracts. Just to make sure that actually, we can wait them out. We can wait them out. There weren't too many other prospects. Like, if I miss out on Emerson Edom, I'm not upset. I want to see what happens with these RFAs. See if there's a team that budges. Maybe gives us something. Nick Spaulding is going to stay with Nashville. That'd be amazing if the offer sheets actually lowered my reputation. That would be insane. Be so cool. Because, I mean, it's so true to life to the real NHL. The idea of like, oh, how dare you do this thing that we're allowed to do, but nobody does. I'm mad. That would be goddamn hilarious. As Zach Stortini has accepted the qualifying offer, which is good. I agree. The transactions being right there to see, especially if you were to sim day-to-day basis, is pretty good. That's pretty good. Taylor Chorney has been qualified by the Avalanche. I wouldn't get any compensation, so we'll match the offer. Did their GM lose anything? Oh, man, Jimmy Howard's still a free agent. We got $14 million in cap. I'm going to try to stop the sim. Jimmy Howard's a free agent, man. I'm willing to go for that. That's a lot of money, Jimmy. That's a lot of money. I lied. I lied. For that much money, actually, I'm okay. I'm gonna be all right for that much money. Don't you worry about it. Oh, man. Like I said, I mean, Eric Johnson, Giroux, they're both RFAs. I want to see if the whole deal worked, where it's like, oh, hey, they lowered their price, you know, based on what we're looking for at the time. If you get what I mean, in terms of like, oh, okay, like free agency, will they ask for less? So we're going to see if that price continues to drop. Trade Hobby Bulin. It's true. Right now, I'm just intrigued to see what happens with RFAs. We only got 34 players under contract right now because of the RFAs. So we will have room to fill out the roster. Qualified. 6 of them haven't signed. I'll wait them out. They'll give in. I mean, Howard and Pavelik are still there. So is Johnson and Giroux. Luke Shen is in the mix, so we'll see. See what happens. Oh, Giroux finally re-signed with Philadelphia. He's off the board. I guess the start of September. Eric Johnson's off the board too. September's where players really start to break down. Except for mine. My players have not given up. They have not surrendered. They are determined to get the money that I owe them. They want 41 wins. We hit the start of the preseason. All right, let's go back over to our contracts. We got to sign our RFAs. So, doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, that's cool. You can just let someone go to the free agent list after qualifying them. That's awesome. Honestly, Dubnyk, we'll just give you the 1-year deal that you're looking for. That's fine. No RFA. Oh, that's just rookie skaters. So we already sent the deal to Dubnyk. We got Lottie Schmid. Sign him. And Theo Peckham. Sign them both up. And then at center, Cogliano wants some money. We'll sign him to not lose him for free. Brule wants some money. Yeah, see, this is why I was a little bit scared. Those 3 centers wanted to get paid. Yes, they did. Let's see how much money we have left, even though we know we're going to try to trade Hobby Bulin. What do we got left? Dubnyk signs, Cogliano, Brule, Gagne, Smeed, Peckham. Everyone accepted. So that leaves us with $2.8 million in cap space. Certainly not much. We wouldn't have been able to afford everybody. Technically a little bit more with Hobby Bulin if we can deal him. So the big question then is certain prospects like the Braden McNabb. Honestly, let's sign Braden McNabb. Let's just sign these guys now. The ones that we know we want to build around. Braden McNabb, Jonas Brodin. I'll see who I can put in the AHL versus who has to be back in junior. Who we might be able to brute force into actually being half decent. Sign Nathan Beaulieu. Not worried about Hrabel. We want to sign Cassian and Gabriel Landeskog. Chara Hamilton or Chari Berry, yeah. Let's go for Jonathan Huberdeau next. We got Philip Dano and Andre Palat. Let's see. Pretty much puts us right to the max. 49 contracts. So unless there's a crazy free agent available. I mean, Jimmy Howard's still out there, but we don't have the money even if we get rid of Hobby Bulin. Mason Raymond, Jonathan Bernier. Yeah, so their asking price doesn't really drop that much. So let's take a look then. If we look at goalies, Hobby Bulin and Dubnyk can send down Kemper. Defensively, Chara, Whitney, Oduya, Foster, Schmid, and Eaton, with Peckham also on the roster, or Taylor Chorney. So Dougie would have to go back to junior. Brodin can go to the minors. McNabb would have to go back to junior. So those are the 2 that you're kind of looking at to say leave them on the team to try to brute force them, I'd say, right? Try to actually get them to develop. But I mean, Barry's there. I mean, we have 3 good options and 3 younger options. McNabb, Hamilton, and probably Barry. Right? Over Vatanen or Brodin, I think we go with Tyson Barry. So we can send down Chorney and try to see if we could get Barry to develop. Roster's currently full of 23 players. I don't know what this thing is on about. If we send down Mark Eaton. Call it Barry now. I'm so confused. Right now we're at 6 defensemen. Maybe it's a glitch. Right wing side. Okay. Yeah. Best lines. Is that borked? Baki, what's going on? I like the gameplay too. Uh-oh. Do they count as junior players? What's the deal? Why can't I call these guys up? I'm so confused. Your roster is currently at 23 players. I'm so confused, though. Are there just more players that I have to send down? We might want to keep Jeff Skinner. Can I call up Cassian? Now, there we go. Okay, there were just too many players. Gotcha. So if we look at that, I didn't realize we had like 10 centers, but yeah. So if we send down Curtis Foster, call up Barry, so Chara, Whitney, Oduya, Barry, McNabb, Hamilton to try to get them to develop. On the left, Hall, Avery. Ooh. Philip Dano. And for centers, Jesus. Yeah, I guess we do have a lot of centers, don't we? I guess we do. I'm going to have to like go through this and decide like, all right, who do we want to actually have on this NHL roster to try to get to develop? I mean, Skinner, Burmistrov. We know Burmistrov's good. We could try to get him to kind of get that value, but yeah, this will be interesting to see if this whole strategy of younger players with actual current level talents can get them to develop, or if it's just going to make us like dreadfully bad. It could easily be the latter. Let's be honest. That said, everybody, it is almost 4 a.m. I do need to call it, but given that this was a spur of the moment decision, this was a hell of a lot of fun. And don't be surprised if we are right back on here at some point this weekend. If not, I might switch, like I said, to a 14 or a 15 and kind of update potentials to try and have things play out realistically based on how we know things. Shout out to a bringer of jollity, by the way. There is also a chance, again, I will be on NHL 24 this weekend. It will not be with franchise mode. Big shout out to Warren, by the way. But if I play NHL 24, again, the only thing I'm playing in that game right now is CASHL with friends. We'll probably play at least once, maybe twice this weekend. But yeah, right now I am completely abstaining from NHL 24 franchise mode out of pure disappointment and frustration. And honestly, I can only thank you guys tonight because you give me ammunition, so to speak. We had over 200 people in here, more than any other streamer, and there are some damn fucking good streamers on right now, including Terrio, who I'm probably sending you guys over to based off of who's streaming right now. And we had more viewers than anybody in that 24 directory. That's insane. I appreciate it immensely, and it also sends a bit of a message as to what we could be doing in the NHL 24 directory right now, but we're not because of how they dropped the ball. And it's kind of sad, but we will see what tomorrow brings. For now, I thank you all very, very much for hanging out, and let's actually... Where do we want to go here? I see Sid on NBA. We'll go over to Terry. We'll go over to Terrence. Why not? With that, everybody, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Again, make sure, check out the new edition of the podcast. It is one of our best shows yet. As I mentioned, Sid and I were joined by Mr. Nick Olchek from the Seattle Kraken. Commentary group, of course, hosts their official podcast. And I really enjoyed that show, so make sure to check out that episode of the podcast if you haven't already. It's available in video form on YouTube or audio platforms of your choice. Until tomorrow, everybody. Thought the dog was in here. I was going to show her off. Until tomorrow, everybody, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.